Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Brewing Up Business. We are so glad to have you here. We know that there's a lot of great networking going on right now. We're going to have a short program and we will get you back to networking. But with that, let's just kick off the program because I'm really excited to have our very special guest speak to our chamber members and our guests this morning. My name is Tammy Wallace. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Just a quick note, you can add your pronouns to your name as well by editing your profile in the bottom right-hand corner. And also, I want to encourage you, add a picture. You don't necessarily have to do that right now, but the next time for the next chamber event, instead of your initials, you can also reflect your picture as well as your pronouns. Every February, we have this theme, Love Our Allies. And I just want to share a few words about our allies. We really guesstimate about a third of our members are LGBTQ allies. Our allies make such a huge difference, not just for the chamber, but also for the LGBTQ community. And it is incredibly important. Our allies, the support that our allies have given us have helped us achieve great strides over decades. And we all know if you identify as LGBTQ+, what it means to have an ally, whether that is a parent, a sibling, a friend, it makes the difference. So to our allies, we want to let you know as we celebrate this month of love, that we love you and appreciate all that you do for the chamber and for the community. So thank you. With that theme, I know that's some great guests this morning. I hope everybody's able to connect, and we want to welcome you. We love having guests, and we invite guests to participate next month. And to our members that are participating today as well, we're so glad that you're here. If you are joining us on Facebook Live, let me tell you, we love Facebook Live. It's wonderful, but you're missing a great opportunity for networking. So we do invite you to participate in person where you can control your networking experience on our new platform, AirMeet, where we're connecting our members and guests and giving you a huge opportunity to network and share more about your business. I do want to thank our international partner, the British Consulate General Houston, for sponsoring Brewing Up Business. They've been a tremendous partner with us, and we couldn't think of a better partner for our Love Our Allies theme. And you're going to hear why when you hear from Consul General Richard Hyde shortly. I just want to quickly acknowledge we are in this virtual platform. I hope everybody is enjoying AirMeet. Be sure and add your contact info in the chat box that's going to be on your right-hand side so other members can get in touch with you. And certainly make sure to not only add your contact information, but post-meeting, again, make sure your profile is updated so you've got all that information in there as well. I know we got some of our board members joining us this morning for sure. I think I saw Shanice Brown. I believe Thomas Lopez is on with us. And I may be missing a couple. I can't see all the attendees right now, but we are glad to have them on and appreciate their leadership and our entire board for their leadership and support. Give me a minute, because what a great month we have had in terms of renewals with new corporate partners, new business level members. It is truly amazing. So I want to start. We actually have some new corporate partners. We're so thrilled to announce that MD Anderson is one of our new bronze level corporate partners. I believe Sarah is on with us today. We truly look forward to collaborating with MD Anderson and their outreach to the chamber to connect and help their work around being an LGBTQ inclusive institution. They are leading, and we are so proud to have them. Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, one of our newest corporate partners. You're actually going to be hearing more from them. This is a tremendous program. Some of our members have been through that. And our new business level members, welcome. Woodlands Creatives. We have our cruise planners. That's John and Peter. Thomas Taylor Landscapes. The Dumpling Dudes. Harmony Insurance Agency, Mark Roden. I think Mark may be on us and be on with us. And Next Height LLC. Welcome to our new members. The chamber is growing and more opportunities to connect. And a happy chamberversary, if you will, to Maggiano's Little Italy, Host Oak with Brinker International. They are our renewing corporate partner this month. We're so glad to have them. And happy Chamberversary to some of our business level members. Averio, Beth Wolf Realtors, that's Julie Fisher. I saw Julie come in. Of course, the British Consulate Houston, the Department for International Trade, Chris Schmidt Realtor, Equitable Advisors, that's Oscar Roa, Fran Watson, attorney at law, Jelvin's Candy Shop, Mad Hat Maven, Sesh Co-working, the Pierre Firm, and last but not least, our amazing executive level, business level member, Waterman Steel Real Estate Advisors. And to our amazing corporate partners that do tremendous work with the Chamber and support us. We are so grateful. You can see a list of them, including our gold level corporate partners, Fertitta Entertainment and United Airlines. So we are so appreciative for their support and want to thank them for all that they do for the Chamber. Okay, well, we get through tons of announcements. Oh, yes, thank you, Maureen. Let's hit our Chamber sponsors too. Don't want to forget Dalton, of course, Dalton DeHart. Everybody knows Dalton, all the good work he does as our photography sponsor, and Refuge Marketing and Consulting. We appreciate all they do with our social media and keeping us on track with that. Some other quick announcements. We have some great events coming up. Did you know that we are celebrating, the Chamber is celebrating our 5th anniversary this year? Literally, this is our launch month. February 24th is the date that we launched the Chamber. You're going to be hearing more about this, not just in February, but throughout the year. I would just say keep an eye out for a big announcement later in the month. And so keep an eye out for more information about our announcement. And we're also going to be highlighting a lot of our inaugural members and our inaugural corporate partners, etc. With that, we have some great events coming up, including, of course, for those of you looking for PPP, wanting to know more about the new stimulus loans, forgiveness, all of that is on our website. We're making that available through our partner, the U.S. Small Business Administration. We've got our membership orientation coming up on the 17th, our Chamber Networking Cafe on the 18th. And I just want to stop and say about the Chamber Networking Cafe, this is growing. People are loving doing exactly what you did this morning, and you'll be able to do after the program, and that is networking, but no program. It is just pure networking. You can come and go as you please. We want to open up and create more connections for our members. Guests are welcome as well at the Networking Cafe to connect. So the National LGBT Chamber, or the NGLCC, is starting up the Sip and Pitch Fridays again on February the 19th. We've got our virtual office hours on the 24th. Pride across Texas with the Texas LGBTQ Chambers on the 25th. This is a great opportunity to net across the state of Texas with the chambers in Austin, North Texas, and San Antonio. And we're so looking forward to kicking off March with our Brewing Up Business with the Jana Therapy and Clinical Services. They are our sponsor. So much going on, and I think many of you here, we are just getting started. It's going to be a robust 2021. It already has been. We are making sure we're adding as much opportunity to connect. You're going to be hearing more about educational learning opportunities coming up as well, so keep an eye out for that. If you are interested in sponsoring an event, please let us know. We certainly would love to have you sponsor and bring more visibility to your business. It is, we actually have our Bring Up Business booked all the way through the middle of the year. So if you want to book your sponsorship, let us know. And also, we want to encourage, if you're a member of the Chamber, please join. You can get complimentary membership to most of our our events and immediately begin to reap the rewards, plus other connection opportunities, our member Facebook group. There's so much going on at the Chamber, and we're so excited for 2021 and celebrating 5 years. And again, we're just getting started. So with that, I would love to, introduce our special guest today, Consul General Richard Hyde. And I want to, again, thank the British Consulate General Houston, not only for sponsoring our event today, they are one of our international partners. We signed an MOU last year, and through their tremendous support, Richard just does a tremendous job of actually raising the level of visibility for the Chamber, and we really appreciate him. And so let me just give you a quick overview, a little bio on Consul General Richard Hyde. He took up his position as Her Majesty's Consul General in Houston in June 2019. As Consul General, he has overall responsibility for leading the UK's engagement in the states of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and New Mexico. And that's certainly a lot of coverage, Richard. So with that, I want him as much time as possible to talk. You can see the rest of his bio on screen. Richard, let me turn it over to you and welcome and thank you for being here this morning.
So thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for so much for giving me your time this morning. You know, it's a little opportunity to share some thoughts with you. I apologize for my strange accent, and I sometimes speak too quickly, but I promise I'll try and slow it down a little bit. I'm really happy to be here. Obviously, I'm disappointed that it's through a screen and not in person. And I recognize that, like me, you all must be fed up with the endless online meetings. So I'll try not to bore you too much today. This, for me, is a rare and an exciting, and I have to confess, slightly frightening event. In my job, I give lots and lots of speeches. Some long, technical, and frankly, a bit boring. Others are short, anecdotal, with a smattering of my terrible dad jokes. But typically, I'm speaking about UK government policy, things that I'm paid to speak about, things that matter, but I don't actually have to agree with them or believe them. I just have to read the lines. But today, Tammy has asked me to share my own experience of being an ally to the LGBTQ community. Giving my own views, expressing my own feelings takes me way beyond my comfort zone. It's a very un-British thing. The caricature of a British man is that we don't like to show emotion. We're stoic, devoid of passion with a stiff upper lip. More, I guess, Mr. Spock than Captain Kirk, or for the younger people, more Downton Abbey than Bridgerton. So today's theme is loving our allies. But to be honest, I feel like a bit of a fraud in speaking to this theme. I've never really considered myself an ally. I don't think I've done enough to earn that title. But if you'll indulge me a little bit, I'll share my story of enlightenment, though I have, a long, long way to go before I think I can call myself a true ally. Like many people over the course of my life, I've evolved my thinking and matured as a person. Though, as my daughters regularly tell me, I still have way, way, way much more to learn. As a young boy growing up in South Liverpool, in the north of England in the 1970s and 80s, I was the product of my environment. Liverpool was in a depression. Once the world's greatest seaport, it was in terminal decline. We had mass unemployment, we had race riots, and whenever we were in the news, it was for the wrong reasons. So think about, Scranton, Pennsylvania, as President Biden would say. That's the kind of background I come from. I lived in a poor, tough, largely Irish Catholic community. I'm from a devout Catholic family, and in my community, religion was a big part of our identity. It was the dominant force. And sadly, back then, and some might say still now too, our religious leaders did not set an example for tolerance, compassion, understanding, or love. So being the only brown kid in a school full of white kids meant that I experienced discrimination firsthand. But being one of the biggest kids and a decent boxer when I was young, I was never really victimized. So I have a little bit of knowledge about discrimination. But like my peers, I had absolutely no idea about the challenges and the traumas of the LGBTQ community when I was growing up. It was never mentioned. For us, it just wasn't an issue. Looking back, it probably took the appalling tragedy of the HIV/AIDS epidemic and the death of celebrities in the 1980s for the plight of the LGBTQ community to break into my consciousness. And sadly, that tragedy led to even more discrimination and victimization. It probably served to deepen the pool of haters and bigots. It could be my imagination or simply wishful thinking, but I think that's the point. When I first started to understand that ignorant discrimination against any community was incompatible with the strong moral code that had been instilled in me by my parents. But that said, right up until my mid-20s, I didn't knowingly have a gay or lesbian friend. Or more accurately, I should say a friend who felt sufficiently supported, loved, valued, empowered to show me the world, me or the world, his or her real self. Looking back now, and without engaging in tropes or stereotypes, I recognize, of course I had gay and lesbian friends, but it pains me that I just wasn't a good enough friend. They didn't trust me enough to be themselves. They didn't see me as an ally. Those of you who joined us back in October for the launch of the Consulate's partnership with the Chamber might recall I mentioned that when I joined the British Foreign Service, there was still a bar on recruitment of gay and lesbian staff. This bar remained in place until 1991. So yes, the Berlin Wall came down and the Soviet Union collapsed before the British Foreign Service removed a ban on employing gay and lesbian staff. You know, I'm shocked, and I'm personally quite ashamed that this didn't seem such a big deal to me at the time. It didn't seem wrong. My ignorance back then really knew no bounds. But you'll be glad to know that these days we are really proud of our diversity. It's what makes us truly representative of our country. When I think back, I guess I went through life in a bit of a fog, looking without seeing, hearing without listening. I had the sensory input, but I didn't have the skills, experience, or compassion to process the signals. Over many years, I've learned that you have to look and listen with more than your eyes and ears. You have to use your heart too. Understanding for me comes from empathy. And I believe that empathy is one of the things that sets us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. So my journey of learning and understanding has been a long one, and it definitely continues. But as I've traveled the world, I guess I came to the obvious but crucial realization, and you'll probably laugh, but LGBTQ people are mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, sons, daughters. They're my friends and my colleagues. So how can anyone discriminate against the people we love, the people who love us, the people who make our lives wonderful, or in the time of COVID, simply bearable? To me, believing in equality shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be praiseworthy. Frankly, it shouldn't be anything special or out of the ordinary. It's simply a recipe for a happy and fulfilling life. I won't lie, I am far from perfect. I still have my kind of deep prejudiced instincts. I am, after all, the product of my environment. But every day, with the help of family and friends, I confront my biases and my prejudices. Though at times, this is a little uncomfortable. But that's why I believe my journey is far from over. But I hope through my words, through my deeds, through my actions, I can pull a few people along with me. I said earlier that I grew up in a very religious environment. In truth, I've been pleasantly surprised by the rapid evolution of thinking of most of my friends from home and my family over the last few years. They've come a long way too, but some people still seek to oppress the rights of the LGBTQ community and are fond of misquoting the Bible to justify their prejudice. I remember a number of years ago, there were huge debates around the introduction of civil partnerships and later same-sex marriage in the UK. Much of the opposition was driven by the major religions, yet all the big ones, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, Muslim, everybody was in there, all trying to oppress. I found myself becoming increasingly irritated with people who sought to use religion to prevent loving couples from committing their lives to each other. I was struck by the hypocrisy of arguments that the right to freedom of belief and religion was somehow more important than the fundamental human right to equality and freedom from discrimination. So I always took great pleasure then, and still do now, in quoting my favorite line of scripture to them from Corinthians. And now, these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Thank you for your time and your patience, and I look forward to working with you all much more in the future.
Richard, thank you so much. That was so incredibly powerful. And thank you for being a strong ally. I have to disagree with you. You have paved the way in so many ways. And just by using your voice today, it speaks volumes. So we are so grateful to you. And thank you for all the support for the Chamber. We really, really do appreciate you. With that, so I think we're going to bring, we've got we're going to transition, and we've got a little surprise here. Do we have Shan up on stage with us? Shan Randle? We're pulling her in right now, I believe. Richard, you're getting a lot of emoji love here. Let me just tell you, I don't know if you can see that coming up, but it is powerful. Very, very powerful. So there's, hey, Shan, good morning.
Hey, I just found out I'm getting put on the spot this morning, so.
You are being put on the spot. We got you on the spot, but let me tell you why. Because we actually have, I think you've got a box there, right?
Yes.
Do you have a box? Yep.
Yeah.
And Shanice asked you, your partner asked you if you would open that box up for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you, that box is actually for you. And let me tell you why. Because Shan, you are our 2020 Volunteer of the Year.
Oh, wow.
And we are honoring you because you are absolutely, you've committed to serving our Chamber members in any way possible. You have been such a key part of the membership committee. You always take the time to get to know our Chamber members and make connections. And phone calls, when we ask you to make phone calls, you get caught up in conversation, but you truly want to connect with people and with our members. And at the end of the day, you are probably one of our best advocates for the Chamber. You tell anyone and everyone to support the Chamber, and touting the benefits of being a member of the Chamber for their business. So we absolutely want to honor you today and say thank you so much for all you do for the Chamber. We're so grateful.
And I really, really appreciate this. I wasn't expecting this. Shanice tricked me. She's really good. But no, the chamber is a big part of my life. If FYI, if most people don't know, I met Shanice at a Chamber event. And so it's really a part of my life, but also it's just allowed me to be more comfortable in my skin and know that just because I'm LGBTQ, that I'm accepted. And so I really do thank the Chamber for that. And so when I see anybody out there, whether they're ally or, LGBTQ individual, like I'm trying to bring them into the Chamber. So I absolutely adore you, Tammy, and all the board members, to be exact. I love all of you guys, and I appreciate this. And
open that box, and we are just so grateful to you. And I love, like Shan said, we take responsibility. We Chamber love here with Shan and Shanice. We also, one of our board members, Tiffany Tosh, and her wife Simone just had a baby, so we're claiming our first Chamber baby as well. So there you go. See, the Chamber is, we're all about business connections and more. So Shan, we're so grateful. Thank you for all of your support. And she's gonna pull that out. Yep, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Look at there.
Oh.
All right. Yep.
Oh man, I appreciate this. I think this is my first award ever like this. I usually just get a certificate or something. So this is I have no words. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Well deserved. Thank you. Thank you, Shan. Thank you so much. Okay. With that, let's transition really quickly over to some door prizes, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna have networking. We're gonna leave the networking cafe open past 9, so don't feel like you've got to rush. If you have some time and want to still connect with members, you're more than welcome to do so. Let's go to our door prizes. Excuse me, our door prizes. Okay. All right. We have some UK trivia this morning in honor of the British Consulate General. So our first door prize is a $25 gift card from Maggiano's, one of our corporate partners. And here is a question. And oh, I guess you need the rules. First, make sure the first person to post in the chat box is our winner. That would be helpful. Yes, the first person to post in the chat box is our winner. We love our board members. They give so much to the chamber, but of course our board members are now eligible because we want to reserve that for our members and our guests. So with that, here's your first question. Get your chat keyboard ready, all of that good stuff. The Imitation Game film was based on the story of which UK World War II hero and mathematician? Okay, chat. Yep, James got it. Congratulations, James. Yes, Alan Turing. Yes, and that is a $25 gift card to Maggiano's. Our second trivia question, $25 gift card to Maggiano's. When was the first Pride in the UK held? No. Couple of. Kim, you're so close. Oh, wait, Nancy got it. Congratulations, Nancy. All right. $25 gift card, 1972. Congratulations to our winners. Maureen is going to follow up with you on the door prizes. We appreciate you participating today and helping us celebrate our not only our Brewing Up business, but helping us honor our allies this morning. I'm sorry, I'm so excited, I can't even talk. I want to thank Consul General Richard Hyde for being our special guest this morning as well. We really, really appreciate him. And again, if you want to sponsor Bring Up Business and throughout the year, we've got opportunities coming up. Just reach out to the chamber. I think we're putting a link to the sponsor form as well to the website. Thank everybody. We really appreciate you joining us. We hope you're doing some great networking this morning. For our members, just quick reminders, be sure you're using the member-only Facebook. We want to see more engagement. Tell us about your business. Tell us about your nonprofit. Please use the member Facebook group. Post a video, all of that. Invite your friends to follow the chamber on social media. We're very, very active. And again, as we celebrate 5 years, keep an eye out for more great things that are going to be happening this morning or this year. And with speaking of this morning, we hope you've made some great connections. Continue to network, keep it going. The networking cafe will be open past 9. And Richard, again, thank you, and thank you for being a strong ally. We appreciate you.